Hello my dear friends, welcome to all of you on my channel The Fight Yourself. Dead after gunmen open fire, throw bombs at concert hall near Moscow. Attackers dressed in camouflage uniforms entered the building, opened fire and threw a grenade or incendiary bomb. More than 60 people were killed in the attack by gunmen on a Moscow concert hall, the investigative committee said Saturday, raising an earlier toll of 40, according to Russian news agencies. The bodies of the deceased are currently being examined. It is provisionally established that more than 60 people died in the terrorist attack. Unfortunately, the number of victims could rise, said the investigative committee. Attackers dressed in camouflage uniforms entered the building, opened fire and threw a grenade or incendiary bomb, according to a journalist for the RIA Novosti news agency at the scene. Fire quickly spread through the Crocus City concert hall in the Krasnogorsk suburb in the north of the Russian capital, which can hold several thousand people and has hosted top international artists. Authorities said a terrorist investigation had been started and President Vladimir Putin was receiving constant updates on the attack, his spokesman Dmitry Peskov told Russian agencies. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said there had been a terrible tragedy at the concert by Russian rock band Picnic and cancelled all public events in the city for the weekend. Security services quoted by Interfax news agency said between 2 and 5 people, wearing tactical uniforms and carrying automatic weapons, opened fire on guards at the entrance and then started shooting at the audience. People who were in the hall were led on the ground to protect themselves from the shooting for 15 or 20 minutes, the RIA Novosti journalist was quoted as saying. People started crawling out when it was safe, the journalist reported. About 100 people escaped through the theater basement while others were sheltering on the roof, the Emergency Services Ministry said on its. Russia's Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said it had been a bloody terrorist attack. The U.S. presidency called the attack terrible, but said there was no immediate sign of any link to the conflict in Ukraine. There is no indication at this time that Ukraine or Ukrainians were involved in the shooting, U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told reporters in Washington. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev vowed on Telegram that Ukraine's top officials must be found and ruthlessly destroyed as terrorists if they were linked to the attack. I offer my condolences to the families of the dead, said Moscow's mayor as a major security operation was launched around the theater and nearby shopping mall. Orthodox Church leader Patriarch Kirill was praying for peace for the souls of the dead, said his spokesman Vladimir Legoida. Moscow and other Russian cities have been the targets of previous attacks by Islamist groups, but there have also been incidents without any clear political motive. Earlier this month, the U.S. Embassy in Russia warned extremists have imminent plans to target large gatherings in Moscow, including concerts. In 2002, Chechen separatist fighters took 912 people hostage in a Moscow theater, the Dobrovka, demanding the withdrawal of Russian troops from the region. Special forces attacked the theater to end the hostage-taking and 130 people were killed, nearly all suffocated by gas used by security forces to knock out the gunmen. Russia launched a military intervention in Ukraine in February 2022 and it has been the target of attacks along the border by anti-Kremlin forces. Ukraine's presidency and the Freedom of Russia Legion, whose fighters are part of Ukraine's armed forces, denied any role in the concert hall attack.